Hello again everybody and welcome back to Fujit's Blitz, and yes, it's that time of the week again. It's time for the Aces Gallery for the last week of February. Now, there's a lot of replays to get through, so I've had to do it in 5 parts, and this is part 1. First off, we've got a good friend of mine, Major Easy of the clan BTSV, rolling out in the Tiger 2, the German Tier 8 heavy tank on the EU server. Now, this is a fantastic tank. In fact, I love this tank because it is the iconic Tiger 2. Now, in real life, this thing really did see action at the end of World War II, and it was a formidable beast. It's not as formidable in Blitz. I did a review on it. In fact, if you click the top corner, you can probably go to that review. The thing about it is, okay, the armor is a bit trolly. It's a bit weird. It's difficult to get your head around how the armor works. The gun itself isn't too bad. Sometimes nowadays, with all the other premiums that have come into the tier, it does struggle to pen a little bit. It's got pretty good damage, but as a tank, you know, this is an iconic tank, and it's a pretty good tank for its tier. And a lot of people don't like it. I mean, it's underestimated nowadays, mainly because there's so many premium tanks in Tier 8 that the poor old Tiger 2 doesn't really get that much of a look in. And if you notice, Major Easy is sporting a nice World of Tanks Blitz shield motif on the front of the Tiger 2, along with the cat camo. Well, you know, it's a tiger, so tiger's meant to... Here's a pussy cat, to be fair. So anyway, Major Easy has already bounced over 400. Oh, that's a bit of a big tank. And he takes a plow into that, but unfortunately, as you can see, it bounces. This is the thing. Sometimes the poor old Tiger 2 does struggle to pen. Why? Well, who knows? Didn't struggle to pen there, though, did it? 263 into the rear. I do like this tank. It's a tricky tank, I'll be honest with you. It's similar to the E75 and, you know, the E50s to an extent. I mean, armor-wise, it's pretty similar. It's a bit thicker, but if you know, it's like if you have a look at the E50, the E50M, and even the E75, you can sort of wiggle, jiggle, and angle, and you'll do like this. You'll bounce. I mean, Major Easy's bounced almost 1,000 now, which is doable in a Tiger 2. If you know how to angle it, and this is the thing. And like I say to most people, you need to get out there, guys. You need to get into a training room, and you need to get onto Armor Inspector, and you need to have a look at these tanks. Oh, there you go, and now he has bounced 1,000. And of course, he does finally manage to pen something. He's now done just over 800 damage. Now he's done over 1,000, and he's taken a kill. Okay, it's a slow tank, but it's a heavy, guys. I mean, this is a German heavy tank. And for a heavy tank, it's not that slow, realistically. The turret traverse is pretty good. And as I say, I mean, the gun, when it decides to work, really does knock out quite a lot of pain. Its reload isn't as long as people think. And as you can see here, boom, does 1,100 damage now, and he's bounced 1,185. Okay, somebody from the rear is penning him. Well, you know, if he gets around the corner, he'll cease to do that. The thing about the heavy tanks that people don't understand is that they think you've got to stick them on the front line all the time. That's not true, not with all heavies. Certain heavies, of course. I mean, the one that springs to mind is the mouse. Stick the mouse on the front line every day of the week because it's got the hit points to be absorbed. The Tiger 2, not really a front line heavy. It's more like a medium type heavy, but it can do things like this. It can get nice little rams into KV5s and you know, polish him off. 2 kills, 2,244 damage, bounce shy of 1,500. Poor RU, oh dear, managed to get a shot just as the RU is trying to escape. The RU's not long for this world. I mean, don't forget, the RU realistically has got 0 armor. Bless it. After all, it is a light tank. And he tries to do a reverse side scrape, gets it wrong completely, and Major Easy sends him back to the garage just for good measure. And why not? Kill number 3, 2,600. Dished out. 1,400 blocked. Now it's 2 against 1. What's going to happen here? Unfortunately, he took out the RU before his counterpart was taken out, so he's not on for a Klobanov, which is a damn shame because that would have really been the icing on the cake. But Major Easy's just got, he's got about 3/4 of his hit points remaining. Well, maybe not even that much. Maybe just over 2/3, I would have thought. He's looking in a good position here. 3 kills, 2,600 damage, 2 tanks left to go. One's a TD, and the other is a heavy. Sorry, it's the IS. 3, I believe. The thing that Major Easy does now, which is what a lot of you need to get into your game, is that he takes his time. Patience really is a virtue, guys. You know, everybody says about YOLOing. You don't just YOLO in the first 2 seconds of the game. You can YOLO at any point during the game. And when you're facing off with a scenario like this, where the clock is ticking down, the tendency to want to run ahead and YOLO away and get wiped out is very realistic. So what Major Easy is doing is, quite rightly, he's actually going to wait for them to come to him. This is a good tactic, and it's a very good strategy because there's 2 of them. One is clearly a TD and AT on full health, and the other one is an IS-3, and he's a one-shot. But together, they can cause Major Easy a pretty nasty time. So they're always going to push him. All he had to do was wait and bide his time, which is what he's done. Now they're splitting. That's a mistake. Splitting is a mistake because it now presents Major Easy with the opportunity to take out the 1 tank. And now he's just got to focus on the AT-15, and that's it. It's very, very straightforward now for Major Easy. Bounces the first shot. The AT also bounces a shot. Now, normally I would favour the AT in this position because of his very short reload and the fact that he's got a pretty decent gun that can pen almost anything. And there you go. He wipes out Major Easy, which was always going to be the case. But 3,099 damage, 4 kills, that's a wow deserved mastery. I mean, that is a tough tank to get an ace in. And I'd like to thank Major Easy for kindly sharing that replay with us. And it goes to show, you don't always have to survive to get an ace. Next up, really good friend of mine, MajorBlink of the clan FTC1, my clan, yay! Rolling out in the Panther, a German tier 7 medium, again on the EU server. Now, this is a tricky tank indeed. In fact, if you watch Martin Dogger's video recently, the Panther is a tank that has a really low win rate, and a lot of people struggle with this tank. Now, the other thing about this tank is it's actually really tricky to get an ace in it. It's not an easy tank to master. I like this tank. Again, it's another quirky German tank. It's a medium, so you're not meant to be on the front line in it. You're very, very much like a second line support. It's got a relatively good turret. It's got quite a decent turn of speed and quite decent mobility, and the gun's not that bad. But the armor isn't as great as you think. Oh, and look, there's another Panther. He bounces one Panther, and then he dishes out 170 into it. The problem with the damage rolls in the Panther is they're not the best. But that's a great, great kill. So he's already dished out 400, he's bounced over 300, and he's taken a kill. Oh, hello, it's a camp fest. There's a KV2. Oh, we'll stick 200 into him, look. What a great roll that is. Hello, KV2, you still there? Yep, stick another 165 into you. Oh, there's a Nashorn. Hello, Nashorn, I'll stick 160 into you as well. The Panther's reload time is quite good, even better when you drop the adrenaline like Major Easy has done. He's given this KV2 a real hard time, and in fact, he gets rid of him in the end. Bounces the Nashorn. I mean, it's very rare that you see a Panther bounce this many shots. It's great. So, he's done just shy of 1,500 damage. He's bounced just shy of 600 damage. He's taken 2 kills. He's been in the thick of it. This is a good roll so far. He hasn't even knocked a single point off his HP. He can see there's a kill there. Can he get round in time to get him? Is somebody going to steal that kill? Well, actually, Major Easy. Sorry sorry, MajorBlink's going to steal the kill, obviously. Oh no, somebody gets there before him. Oh, that's a shame. Kill number 3 would have been nice. Not to worry, there are still 3 targets out there. It's 4 against 3. However, MajorBlink's doing really well. Oh, hello, formidable tank. American. How are you doing? Can I put another one into you? Oh, I can, but it just absolutely goes completely the wrong way. So I'll stick another one into you there. T29, where are you going? Hello, present. Yes, should have HE'd him. That would have been a lot funnier. But gets rid of him in the end. 1,700 damage. Kill number 3. Oh, hello, AMX. I'm going to stick some into you too. No, you can't. I'm not having that. You've just taken some of my hit points. But I'm on a fast reload, so I'm just going to wipe you out for kill number 4. Now it's 2 against 1. MajorBlink is still looking really healthy. Oh, hello, Tiger P. Oh, it's just you and me together. Oh, I'm going to run away this way. I'm going to drag my backside around the map to try and get behind you. Because you're pretty formidable. Your armor, Tiger P, is actually quite trolly. But my mobility is much better than yours ever will be. And this is the thing that MajorBlink is doing here. I mean, this is great gameplay. Most people would have just gone and faced off straight away with the Tiger P. The Tiger P's made a huge mistake here. He's gone to the base. This gives MajorBlink the opportunity to firstly know where he is without being seen himself, to position himself in a good position, and basically to ambush him. Simple. I mean, I don't know what the Tiger P was thinking. There you go. Boom. Sticks a shot in, resets the base cap. Hello again. Oh, I'm going to stick another one into you, and I'm going to bounce some more, so now bounce 700 and 2,600 in damage. Tiger P's now gone behind the wall. You can't get me, says Tiger P. Want to bet? Says MajorBlink. Yes, I can, because I can put into your cupola. Do you want me to do that again? Oh, Tiger P's like, no, you can't get me this time. Blink is like, yeah, you're right, I can't. However, I've got really good health. You don't. I'm going to just really annoy you. Let's play Magic Roundabout. No, let's not. Oh, bounced him. That's a shame. Tiger P's now been dragged out. Oh, stick another massive roll into him. Come on. You know you want to die. You know you want to. I've got this, says Blinky. I'm on for an ace because he's done over 3,000 damage. Boom. Massive. 3,300 damage. Wow. Bounce the shed load. 5 kills. I mean, that is a absolutely fantastic mastery in a really tricky tank. And I'd like to thank MajorBlink for kindly sharing that with us. Moving on. It's a good friend of mine, Harrier 77 from 49 Div, rolling out in the Tiger 1 in the funky Gamescom camo. Oh, this is the German Tier 7 Heavy, the precursor to the Tiger 2. And again, another tank I really like because it's iconic. I mean, this was the tank that the Allies absolutely hated, to be honest with you. I mean, in most war films, there's always a Tiger 1 hanging around, from Kelly's Heroes all the way down to Saving Private Ryan and recently Fury. Tiger 1 tanks feature heavily, and I'm not surprised. It's got really fantastic armor and a fantastic gun. I mean, look at this. He's already bounced a shed load. Okay, he's not dished out massive damage, but watch. I mean, look at the mobility on this thing. I mean, the turn of speed you can get out of a Tiger 1 is unbelievable. And look at the turning circle. It takes no time in dispatching that. However, somebody did steal the kill. Not to worry. Hello, Panther. I'm going to stick one into you, probably track you at the same time, leave you on next to nothing. Maybe my reload will allow me. Yes, you've gone. 1,400 damage. Bounced a shed load and being quite aggressive to boot. I mean, there's nothing wrong with playing aggressively if you understand the tank. And this is things that people don't understand. There's aggressive and then there's YOLOing. They're two different things, guys. Aggressive is like this, where you are literally rushing the enemy and putting them under extreme pressure. However, he's not YOLOing, look. He goes in, takes the shot, gets out of there, goes back, gives another shot. Okay, he's dead. They're doing a hit point trade, but at the moment it's worth it. And oh, look at this. How dare you? That's YOLOing. That's not aggressive. That is overextending. Two different things. Because, as you can see here, I mean, what Harrier 77 is doing is exactly what you should be doing when you're being aggressive. This poor tank is gone. Okay, I mean, all right, so the other tank that decided to YOLO through the middle has managed to survive that particular battle. But that is a YOLO. I mean, he would have been unstuck if there was another one of Harrier's teammates there. IS-6, hello, I'm going to keep ploughing things into you. Oh, you disappear behind the hill. So far, over 2,000 damage, bounced over 1,200, taken only 1 kill. But that's not the point here. I mean, I keep telling everybody, it's not always about how many kills you get, guys. You can actually get masteries without killing a thing, as long as you do the right things during the game. And a lot of people ask, how do you get an ace? Well, you have to track things, you have to spot things, you have to give assistance. On supremacy, you have to take capture points, and you generally have to dish out damage. But it's all about XP. It's not about damage. And this is why some people scratch their heads and say, oh, I've just done 5,000 damage in a particular tank and I didn't get an ace. Why not? Well, look, Harrier's taken 2 kills here, but he's done 2,600 damage. If you noticed, he would have tracked a few tanks, so he would have given resistance damage, and he's capped a base. That's how you get the XP up. It's a well-deserved mastery. And I'd like to thank my good friend Harrier7749 for kindly sharing that with us. Last but by no means least, good friend of mine, edmarca, FTC3, part of the FTC clan family, rolling out in the T-34-2G FT, the Chinese Tier 7 tank destroyer, again on the EU server, and sporting some pretty funky camouflage. Football camouflage, I believe, although I have no idea why a Chinese TD would be sporting football camouflage. Answer on a postcard, please, because I have no clue. The last time I checked, they weren't in the World Cup or anything. But that's not to worry. I mean, it is pretty funky camouflage. Now, the Chinese TDs. Now, where do I start? Okay. Face value, yeah, they appear to be a little bit OP. They're not, let's be honest. They're good tanks. I mean, they are basically on, effectively, like a T-54 type chassis, with a big encasement on the top. They've got a great gun and a really good reload time, and they're really maneuverable. But does that make them OP? No, not really. I think they're seen as OP at the moment because they're new and everybody's rolling out in them. But they're not realistically OP. Put them in the right place, they'll bounce nicely, but they're also pretty easy to pen if you put them in the wrong place. Their biggest advantage, fast reload, great gun, beautiful mobility. Other than that, the armor isn't, well, the armor can be a little bit there, as you can see here. You know, like I said, if you angle it the right way, you will bounce. He's already bounced over 600 and he's dished out 2,000 damage. This is how it should be. Because they are, you know, TDs that don't like to sit in bushes. Well, I don't think they do anyway. Although as you get higher up the tier 10 version isn't exactly the best, in my opinion. But, you know, the draw is out. So far, in this game, edmarca has been in the thick of it from the word go. He's already taken 2 kills and he's dished out over 2,300 damage and he's blocked 1,000. You can do this in this type of tank. However, if you look at his hit points, he's also struggled a little bit and he's had to put it in a good place. Okay, you're not going to get always massive high alpha rolls. However, when you've got the reload of next to nothing and you're dishing out the alpha, oh, and there's an ammo rack, that's really going to annoy people. And he couldn't last. 4,144 damage. Blocked 1,000. That is an absolutely stupendous mastery. And I'd like to thank edmarca for kindly sharing that with us. In fact, I'd like to thank all those who kindly shared their replays. So big thanks go out to Major Easy of BTSV, MajorBlink of FTC1, Harrier7749 div, and of course edmarca of FTC3. Without you guys, it wouldn't have been anything. Again, as I say always, guys, if you've got some interesting replays, by all means, send them to me at fujitsblitz@gmail.com, because I'm more than happy to see your replays, not just masteries, anything that you think is particularly interesting and should be seen. And with that, by all means, like and comment below. If you haven't yet, please press subscribe. It's a nice thing to do. And until the next time, stay safe out there, have fun on the battlefield, and happy tanking, because that's what it's all about. Fun and happiness.